Bugs and issues are running rampant. This includes the persistent bug issue, Odin and Mangog motion comic, dexing is becoming a problem as well, and much, much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Friday. I'm definitely missing barbers. If you don't know, in the UK, barbers have not been able to open for a while, and they won't do until April. So this weekend, I'm having a lockdown haircut for the second time in a row. Should be fun. Not that anybody needs to care about my hair, it's just nice to share. That all rhymes. I didn't mean that to happen, but it did. Let's move on, shall we? And make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button.
I just had the most wonderful dream. And you were there. And you were there. Blind Al. Ah!
And also, before going anywhere, a massive thank you to those that support the channel through Patreon and as well YouTube membership. Thank you so much for supporting. You're on screen now. Thank you, and thank you. Make sure as well to drop on by to Twitch stream. We live streamed a little bit last night. We're going to be doing a bit tonight as well. So just come on by, chill, relax, get your grind on as you do. You're on screen now for those that give tier 1 subs and Amazon Prime. The Prime sub, thank you so much to those that support and do that once a month. I know it's a hassle to kind of redo it because it's not on auto, but massively appreciate those that do that, and as well those that give bits and as well gifted subs. Thank you so much. We kick things off with the problems with connecting to the game and connecting into fights, and also lag, game freezes, and so much more. So something that seems to be coming up quite a bit is connecting issues. Now this morning I had a really bad time trying to even do anything, questing, alliance quest, stuff like that. I just had to like reboot the app several times in order to kind of get into stuff. But I think it does boil down to trying to connect to the server. Now I have reset my router, and then I tried to participate a little bit more, and then I found the same issues reappearing. And I don't know what that boils down to. Is this region specific that those, say, in the UK, European countries are affected the same way that, say, Asian countries are affected likewise, but, you know, America's affected as well for different reasons, and maybe it's different on iOS or Android, the two different types of operating systems. There's a lot of variables to take in with this, but let's just say that it's not been like this in a long time, where it's just been more inconsistent, or at least more at a point of game freezing or not being able to access and connection problems than it's ever been. At the end of the day, optimization and performance issues is something of a key factor, especially this year with so many decent mobile games coming out into the world. You're going to be like, right, well, I'm going to check to see like how those games run, and I'm not going to say that that's going to potentially alienate people to go, oh, I've had enough of all these kind of like issues with Marvel Contest, I'll go and play some other game. But that is going to have to be a really real situation if players aren't able to play because, number one, the device is not optimized for the game. Number two, their experience of the game is not there. Then this is something to bear in mind. And yes, with the pandemic at the moment, trying to optimize and deal with being in the office to then get all this stuff done is not exactly easy. But definitely this year, there's going to have to be some big changes to the way that performance, optimization, and player experience is definitely of like a top priority on stuff. So I hope that this is looked into and addressed, because filling in iOS lag performance issues thread and Android lag and performance issues thread is just something that a lot of people feel like it's falling on deaf ears. And again, you know, there's a lot of devices to optimize for this game, but that's the thing. If other games are running fine, then people's interest will go towards other games as opposed to this one. But I hope that, you know, work can be done this year to get this sorted. You've got to be hopeful, people. Got to be hopeful. But this also goes hand in hand with a few reports I've seen about dexterity issues, and I've had this as well. When you're like performing swipes that say 50% of the time, and I do feel that there are times like you're swiping and you're like, why didn't that engage? And people are experiencing this in different types of devices: Android devices, iOS devices. The problems with iPhone 12 Max issues or iPhone 12 issues, it's still something that's still going on, and it still hasn't been sorted out. And again, this falls into the category of something that we talked about a moment ago. But I really hope that dexterity is something to look into, how this is kind of performed, how this is how inputs are registered on the not with the, well, kind of with the game. I say like it's meant to be on a device that the inputs are meant to be kind of received, but at the same time the device has to bear some responsibility. However, though, again, it goes back to the scenario: if dropped inputs are something that have been seen in one game, and they're not, and they are being, they experience it here, but they're not experienced in other games. So that's the point I'm trying to get to, is like that's a very much telltale sign of performance-based problems. And as well, you know, maybe this is just how it is at the moment. Maybe this has been a bad update, a rocky update, a choppy update, and the next update will be better for about, you know, 1-2 weeks, and then it'll get bad again, and it's just rinse and repeat. Now, in a moment, we will be going on to more positive news, but let's kind of see where we're up to persistent charge-based issues. We had a really bad day on the 24th of February. I was even running a live stream. I was affected for the first time ever with this persistent charge issue. Now, it hasn't been a problem for me yet, but this is what Kabam have kind of alluded to in the past, that this is very much a case of they don't know what's going on, and something happens at just random times that is just dramatically affecting champions. It can happen at any given time, and yeah, just trying to pinpoint when this happens. And it's sporadic. Like, for me, it happened at about 10:30 p.m. GMT time. And it's like, well, that's late in the evening. For some people, it's happening early in the day. And it's just a complete wish-wash of, like, stuff that's going on. Like, everybody is just confused. And Kabam is still trying to deal with this. Each day, there is somebody posting from a new perspective, a different area. Like, mine was doing Act 7.1. And even with the enemies, like I had Nick Fury go into, I can't remember what path it was. It was like a biohazard path. It's 7.1.6, and he went into his LMD, and I'm like, okay, this is benefiting me. It's nice to see some. Oh good, this benefits me for once as a player, which is great. That VOD's still up if anybody wants to see it. But those people are saying Event Quest 3.2 path, Map 4. You know, everybody across the spectrum is getting an issue. Whether or not it's Corvus, whether or not it's Nick Fury, it is just really annoying. But Kabambu does say here, we're sorry about this. Please try leaving and going back in. This should resolve the issue when it comes up. Our team is certainly aware of the issue and apologise that it's taken a little longer than usual to find a solution. Unfortunately, the issue is proving more complicated than expected, but our team is definitely working on it. Thanks again for your patience with this. We don't have a time frame for this yet, but we'll provide an update when we can. So yeah, try and exit out. I don't know, like maybe restart the game. I didn't, but that's because I was at my advantage when it came to Nick Fury, and it didn't cost me anything. So I just thought, just get on with it. But still, not a very good time with the game and those that use persistent charge-based champions, including Cat Marvel Movie, which is it's a good champion. Next up, and I'm still riding with the good vibes from the fact that Odin is coming to the game. Man, as I said, it'd probably be the first time since September. I think it was September, the Apocalypse Cavalier Crystals, now that I remember, that I will be going and doing some Cavaliers this time. Maybe an early access bundle if he gets it. So yeah, I'm really excited for this and what the champion can do. And yeah, if you don't know already, I did a video yesterday that kind of looked over this situation about the fact that Kabam pulled a me and they accidentally scheduled something earlier than they should have done. So I sympathise. I sympathise with that. But yeah, it's amazing news to find out that, and as well, especially because it's been such a long time in the making. What was it like? I think it was either Jim or the other Gabe. Said like, oh, didn't you do like a video with all in like the thumbnail has all 3 champions in this one? Funnily enough, I think this was back in 2019. I think this was just before I flew to New York Comic Con 2019. And yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Like looking at this thumbnail and seeing like this is the 3 champions that I kind of like said, yeah, top 10 new champions we need to see in game. I think there's some characters on there that I don't think are gonna come in the game, but it's nice to theorize with it. Some are a bit more powerful than normal. However, though, yeah, seeing Odin in the game, by the way, that's not the image, but as well, shout out to a few people that sent this through, and also Rose DeBoss, who also kind of like put this motion comic, recorded it. So I've put a link in the description to the motion comic. I'm not going to play the entirety of it because it's 4 minutes long, and ain't nobody got time for that. But I will put a link in the description if you want to check it out. And now it's Friday, so we end as we normally do, a little bit of Art Corner. If you do want to submit anything for Art Corner, go to the Discord, links in the description, and there's a little room called Art Corner. Click on it, upload a little kind of like image of your art, and then we'll feature it. And if you've got an Instagram tag, then we'll shout it out as well. But this is done by Fire 101, who's done some kind of like his own comic book character, I want to say. And this must be either the title of it, the World Order, and this, or maybe this is like a, and this is like the president of that particular world. As all these people are kind of like, it's got very reminiscent of that Superman thing where he comes down from the sky and everyone's got their hands on him in kind of a way that worshiping him. But I don't know if this is kind of like worship from the point of power and villainy. But still, it's really cool, very well done, and keep up the good work. But also, I'm going to do a few memes. Wales when Odin featured calves, crystals drop next month. I use the Odins to get the Odin. Longest things on Earth. Great Barrier Reef, Nile River, Great Wall of China, Abyss of Legends completion. Yeah, I sympathise, yeah. My God, the time I could have invested into doing something round my house rather than doing that, but you got to do it, unfortunately. Also, I've seen this round, and let's end on this. This one, I think it's quite funny. So, the Fantastic Four. So, you've got the rubber band, the rock, the matchstick, and you can't see the invisible woman. So, I think that's clever, and we end on that. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching Marvel Contest of Champions News, your Friday edition. Make sure to check out some other content posted up there, including the Odin video, and also Rich's Realm, where I'll be posting some content today on Marvel Realm of Champions. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.